Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Mangesh Dushing. In this video lecture, we will learn about gas chromatography. So this is a series of lectures. This is the first lecture of gas chromatography. The content of video lecture is Introduction to the gas chromatography, Theory of gas chromatography, Principle of gas liquid chromatography as well as gas solid chromatography. Then we will see stationary phases as well as mobile phases which are used in gas chromatography. Friends, up to now we have seen a TLC, paper chromatography. So these are the physical methods for the separation. This gas chromatography, this is also a physical method for the separation, but this is the more advanced technique and instrumental technique for the separation of very complex mixture. The method of separating the volatile or gaseous substances by using a gas as a mobile phase is called as gas chromatography. So in a gas chromatography, the mobile phase is a gas. Well, this can able to separate the volatile or gaseous substances, gaseous solids from its mixture. In a gas chromatography, the stationary phase used may be a solid adsorbent or a non-volatile, that is high boiling point liquids held on the solid surface. So in a gas chromatography, the mobile phase is a gas. So in a stationary phase, there may be a solid or that may be a liquid. So solid can be acts as a stationary phase as an adsorbent, or a non-volatile liquid, that is high boiling point liquid, can be acts as a stationary phase. So according to that one, the gas chromatography can be divided into two types on the basis of stationary phase. Those are gas solid chromatography, that is GSC, and gas liquid chromatography, that is GLC. So gas chromatography, the mobile phase is gas and stationary phase may be a liquid or may be a gas. According to that, this can be divided into two classes. Now we will see the theory for gas chromatographic separation. When a gas or vapor, that is adsorbate, comes in contact with the absorbent, that is solid stationary phase, certain amount of it gets adsorbed by it. That adsorption takes place according to the quantitative relation is known as Freundlich isotherm, that is X upon M is equal to Kc 1 upon N. Langmuir isotherm, that is X upon M is equal to AC divided by BC plus 1, where X is the mass of gas or vapor adsorbed, while M is the mass of adsorbent. X by M is the mass of the gas or vapor adsorbed per unit mass of the adsorbent. So whatever the X by M is the mass of the gas adsorbed per unit mass of adsorbent. So whatever the amount of absorption, that depends upon the mass of adsorbent. So adsorbate means the substance which are absorbed on the another substance, that substance is called as adsorbate, and where adsorbent is a substance where the another material is getting adsorbed, that is called as adsorbent. C is a equilibrium constant depending upon the adsorbate and adsorbent at a given temperature. Similarly, if the gas or vapor come in contact with the liquid, that is acts as a stationary phase, a fixed amount of gas is dissolved into liquid according to the Henry's law of distribution, that is X upon M is equal to Kc, where C is the equilibrium concentration depending upon the adsorbate and adsorbent at a given temperature. So friends, this gas chromatography is of two types. One is gas solid chromatography and second one is gas liquid chromatography. So according to this difference in adsorption disadsorption property in case of gas solid chromatography and difference in partition, that is distribution coefficient of the solids in gas as well as liquid phases, that is a reason for the separation. Now we will see the theory of gas chromatographic separation. In both the cases, the process are selective. there are different constant values for different gases or vapor adsorbent pair. It makes a separation of gas or vapor constituent from their mixture. The separation in GLC is based upon the relative distribution of the sample components between stationary phase and mobile phase. Thus, the GLC is a partition type of chromatography. So, in case of GLC, liquid is a stationary phase, while gas is a mobile phase. So, whatever the solute, it getting distributed in liquid stationary phase and gaseous mobile phase. So, for each solutes, for each substance, this distribution coefficient is different, and in this way the separation will occur. The principle of GLC is almost similar to that of liquid-liquid chromatography, because in liquid-liquid chromatography also the separation of the components is based on the distribution coefficient, distribution with these two liquid phases, that is stationary phase and mobile phase. So, the principle of GLC is almost similar to that of liquid-liquid partition chromatography, except that the mobile phase in a GLC is gas rather than the liquid. So, the difference between GLC and liquid-liquid chromatography is only in liquid-liquid chromatography mobile phase is a liquid, while in GLC gas is a mobile phase. Otherwise, the principle is same, that is the separation is occurred due to difference in distribution coefficient or partition coefficient. More volatile components having a greater vapor pressure and moves more rapidly and come out from the column before the less volatile one. So, in this gas chromatography, whatever the compounds which are more volatile, that comes out first from the column because those are volatile, while the substances which are less volatile comes later from the column. Thus, in GLC, the separation is carried out by the distribution of the sample between thin layer of the non-volatile liquid held on the solid support, that is inert solid support, and a mobile phase. So, there is a distribution of the solids whose separation to be carried out. The distribution in liquid, that is held by the solid support, and the mobile phase gas. I will see the principle for GLC, that is gas liquid chromatography. In this gas chromatography, as we know that the mobile phase is gas always, while in GLC, that is gas liquid chromatography, liquid is a stationary phase. When a stationary phase is non-volatile liquid coated on an inert support and the mobile phase is gas, the technique is called as gas liquid chromatography. So, in a gas liquid chromatography, the stationary phase is non-volatile liquid, while mobile phase is a gas. So, this type of chromatography is called as gas liquid chromatography. In this technique, the separation of volatile or gaseous substances which are present into the mobile phase, gas mobile phase, occur by the partitioning a sample between a mobile phase, that is gas mobile phase, and a thin layer of non-volatile liquid coated on an inert solid support. This inert solid support is present into the column, and on that this non-volatile liquid is coated, and this non-volatile liquid acts as a stationary phase, not a solid inert support. Okay. So, in a gas liquid chromatography, this non-volatile liquid, high boiling point liquid, acts as a stationary phase. So, there is a separation of the solids which are volatile or gaseous substances which are present into the mobile phase, that is gas. So, there is a separation or partition between this mobile phase and stationary phase. It is more popular and has many more applications than the gas solid chromatography. It separates a complex mixtures of gases or volatile organic compound. This GLC is able to separate various gases or volatile components which are having a similar boiling point, which is not able to separate by the distillation methods or fractional distillation methods. Then we can use this gas liquid chromatography for the separation. In general, the solubility of the sample in a liquid phase controls the process in GLC. So, whatever the sample which is present in a gaseous form or vapor's form, the solubility of this sample in a liquid phase that controls the process of GLC. Now we'll see the principle of GSC, that is gas solid chromatography. So in a gas solid chromatography, when the stationary phase is a solid of large surface area, that is fine powder, large surface area, and the mobile phase is a gas, then that the technique is called as gas solid chromatography. In this technique, the separation of volatile or gaseous substances occurred by the partitioning of the sample between mobile phase and a solid phase. So in this case, the separation is due to a partitioning or adsorption disadsorption property of the gaseous solids which is present into the gaseous mobile phase and the solid stationary phase. So the separation is occurred due to different partitioning between gas mobile phase and solid stationary phase. In a gas solid chromatography, the silica gel, alumina, charcoal powder, activated charcoal powder, molecular sieves, some inorganic salts, minerals, polymers can be acts as a stationary phase. So these are some solid materials which can be acts as a stationary phase in gas solid chromatography. Now we'll see the principle of GLC and GSC. In any case means either that stationary phase is liquid or stationary phase is solid. The sample used in gas chromatographic separation must be either be gas or capable of being converted into gas at the temperature of the column. So for this GLC or GSC, the main criteria is whatever the sample, whatever the components to be separated, that must be in a gaseous form or must be capable to be a gas, means volatile components at the temperature of the column. So column has particular temperature, so that particular temperature or particular range of temperature, whatever the solutes, whatever the substances to be separated out, that should be able to convert into vapor form. This is the main criteria for gas chromatography, either in GLC or GSC. Generally, gas chromatography is most widely used for the separation of analysis of organic compounds. Usually, gas chromatography cannot be used for the analysis of inorganic salts because they cannot be converted into gases at the temperature of column. So this gas chromatography is very useful, widely used for the separation of organic compounds. The rare use in inorganic salts, because these inorganic salts cannot be converted into vapors or gaseous form in the range of the temperature for column. For that purpose, it has a limited use in inorganic salts, while it is widely used in a separation of organic compounds. Gas liquid chromatography is the most powerful technique for the rapid analysis of mixtures containing organic solvents than the gas solid chromatography. Thus, GLC has been more widely used than gas solid chromatography. In the gas liquid chromatography, the partitioning and distribution is the main criteria for the separation of components, while in case of gas solid chromatography, the adsorption and disadsorption process is the main criteria for the separation. For this adsorption and disadsorption, that is partitioning in gas and solid, that is a slower process. That's why gas liquid chromatography is more powerful, as this is the rapid analysis of the mixture containing organic compounds. The mixture containing a benzene having boiling point around 80.1 degrees Celsius and the cyclohexane, the boiling point is around 88.1. So the mixture of these two compounds, that is benzene and cyclohexane, is there, then it is impossible to separate by the usual distillation method process, but it can be very easily separated by the GLC. So GLC we can use for the separation of these two components or two compounds which have a similar boiling points. So that cannot be separated by the simple distillation method. So we can use this gas chromatography. gas chromatographic technique can separate a very complex mixtures. In GSC, the main controlling factor is the adsorption of the solid. In GSC, the main controlling factor is the adsorption on the solid. That's why this is the slower process. So gas liquid chromatography or gas solid chromatography can able to separate the very complex mixture. That is the main reason this is more advanced technique than a regular thin layer chromatography or paper chromatography. Now we will see what are the stationary phases and what are the mobile phases that can be used in a gas chromatography. First we will see the stationary phase. A thin layer of non-volatile, that is high boiling point liquids, coated on the surface of inert solid support acts as a stationary phase in GLC. So in GLC, the non-volatile liquid acts as a stationary phase, which is coated on the surface of inert solid support. That solid support should be inert, acts as a stationary phase. Okay, so liquid acts as a stationary phase, and this liquid is coated on the inert solid support, which is present into the column. So various type of column we can use for this gas chromatography that contains various types of stationary phases. The solid support is packed in a column, so that is present into the column. The most usual solid support material is fire brick or diatomaceous earth, for example silicate, having a standard particle size. So mostly whatever this inert solid material is a fire brick or silicate that is present into the column. There are many liquids can be used for carrying out the separation in GLC. This liquid phase is changed rather than the changing of mobile phase. So for different types of separations, we can use a different types of columns. That columns contains different types of liquids, that is stationary liquids, stationary phases. So in this case, rather than changing the mobile phase, we can change a stationary phase. Up to now, whatever we have learned the chromatographic techniques, in that case we are changing the mobile phase, concentration, polarity, mixture of solvents we are using, so we are changing the mobile phase. But in gas chromatography, for the separations, for the efficient separations, we can change the stationary phase rather than the mobile phase, gas mobile phase. Now which are the gases used as a mobile phase? Because this is the gas chromatography, so gas is a mobile phase. So the gases like hydrogen, nitrogen, helium or carbon dioxide, which are continuously flow through the column, acts as a mobile phase. And these gases are inert, as known as a carrier gas, because the mobile gas phase carries the sample components over the stationary phase, and hence these gases are called as carrier gases. So these gases, the continuous flow of this gas carries the solids, carries the gaseous form of solids, carries the vapors of the solids along with that. That's why this gas mobile phase is called as carrier gas. The high density gas gives the high efficiency, but the low density gas gives a faster speed for the separation. So as we know, the high density gas moves slower within the column, in a column. That's why the efficiency will be high, but the speed is low. While in case of if you are using a low density gas, the speed of the column chromatography, of the gas chromatography will increase. The choice of this carrier gas depends upon the which types of detectors we are going to use for detection of these solute samples which is coming out from the column. So that we will learn in next lecture, that is instrumentation. Thank you friends, thank you for the watching.